Hey guys, we are back. This is Protoman111 with the Let's Play Megaman Legends. In the last segment, we basically did some side quests. Just get a couple things here and there, which will help us later on. Right now, we're kind of at a loss because we've already completed a sub-ruin, but the game hasn't really given us much of a hint on finding the next one. But really quickly. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. That isn't foreshadowing. Nope, not at all. Anyway, now the only real place we haven't been to is the East Gate, which was Old City, and there still isn't a reason to go there. However, we need to go back to the west side of town, or the uptown rather, and almost getting based by a car. But we need to come here now that we have more of a reason to come here. Because this is probably the only area we haven't discovered yet or explored. And as you can tell, it's pretty ritzy up this way. This is the TV station. We'll come back here later on, probably after we finish the ruins. And you should know who this is by now. That's the reporter lady that was in City Hall. Now, if you're still not clear what to do, these two kind of give you a hint as to what you should be doing. And so they hint that there's a ruin somewhere in this particular area. So with that, we get a first clue of what we need to be doing. Apparently there's a ruin somewhere nearby, and we need to find where they're at. But first of all, let's point out Capcom's shameless plug to their other games. And the building disappears. We can see through walls. Of course, shameless plug for their other old games. Capcom's always been doing that regardless, and I guess it's just whatever. Now, before we head up the ramp here... Hey. That looks suspicious, but anyway, before we head up the ramp here, there's someone we should talk to.
Something's missing. What do you think I should add?
Now, you can be a dick. There is no real penalization. It's just actually kind of funny to hear it if you want to say some talent, but let's just be nice about this and say some red.
Really? You think so? I'm fresh out of red, which is why I haven't been using it, but I suppose it is a little drab. But there's nothing wrong with this colder look either.
Now, we can help her with her little dilemma later on. Right now, there's no point into it. I'll cover this later. There's no real way you can know, unless you have artistic talent, that you need red. If you just don't want to be a dick and say, oh, it needs red, you know, that's the way you can get her to respond, at least positively anyway. Now, we want to head down here, because apparently there's a boat, and there's a lake. So since we haven't been to either, we might as well see if we can find a ruin out that way. Or not get a boat and find out all the boats are stolen. Regardless, you want to talk to these boxes. Yeah, talk to these boxes. Interact with the boxes. They're small amounts of zenny. They're not really worth anything. That one's empty, and the first one has 20 zenny in it. Yep, ruins. There we go. So there's apparently ruins on the lake we can get to, if you haven't already figured it out by now. No, don't be talking to me. Now, doesn't this guy look familiar? Who does that look like to you? Okay, right now, out that door, there's nothing that way. However, we need to go to this door. This is the door of interest. We at Wiley. I wonder who that is. Fortunately enough, he's not a douchebag like he is in the Mega Man Classic series, so. These two guys seem to be busy out this way. Oh, there's something in there. 10 zenny, yeah. Not very much, but it's zenny all the same. Now, you want to talk to this guy, pretty much. Hey, look at that! Look at that! Look in the upper left corner. You see like the seagull just flying in place. Look at it for a minute. It's kind of weird. I've never noticed that. Anyway. He said refractor. Hello, magic word. Guess what we're going to be doing?
Someone's been taking really good care of this boat. There!
And of course, Roll decides to take it upon herself to try and fix this.
You really think you should be doing that? Would you look at this engine? Let's see. All we need to do is fix the transformer and the refractor, and it'll be as good as new.
Roll. And what do you think you're doing?
Huh? Megaman, could you hand me a wrench?
Just a sec, Roll.
He's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
There we go, all fixed. Whoops. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I just started fixing the ship and...
You really love machines, don't you? I can tell just by looking at your face.
Well, your face. It's covered with grease.
I'm glad I could get someone as pretty as you to fix my boat for me. Tell you what, you can use it anytime you want.
We'll be able to get to the island now.
That's great! Let me know when you want to go out to the island. I'll pilot the boat for you. See you later.
Okay.
Oh, Tay. Not only is Roll a genius, she can fix shit, and she can pilot a variety of vehicles, such as a submarine, or the Flutter, or, you know, random shit that we can't pilot. So, before we go head out, we need to make some preparations. First of all, energy charge. If you have not done so already, go back to the junk shop and buy a hyper cartridge. This is because you may need to recharge your special weapon in this particular battle we're currently about to do. Next, what you want to do is go back to your special weapons and equip a weapon that has decent range. I use the machine gun buster, though not the most powerful. It has a nice range, good attack speed, and it'll help us for what we need to do, and pretty much make mincemeat out of the next boss we're going to encounter. So, with that, if you feel ready, go ahead and walk up to the submarine and interact with it. We'll call roll.
Megaman, are you ready?
Yup, let's go.
Here we go.
Roll with her serious face.
I'm seeing something up on the sonar. Keep an eye out, Megaman.
So, seamless.
They're here. Their robots are here.
Yep, the Bonds were pretty much fucking around here while we were back at the first ruins. Okay, this is pretty much a naval battle. In the upper part of the screen, you'll notice Roll's little avatar there with life meter. That's the life of the boat. We're basically needing to defend this particular boat from enemy attacks, and there are primarily two enemies we'll be dealing with. There's three actually, but red subs, red subs, and yellow subs. Basically, the red ones shoot torpedoes that are in the water, yellow ones shooting missiles. The torpedoes can be easily dispatched by shooting them in the water. The missiles are actually harder to hit because they tend to go in a random pattern. As you can tell, you just need to destroy the torpedoes before they hit the freaking boat, but not doing a good job at that. And I forgot to equip special weapon. Now, since we have a deficit in the freaking range of this buster cannon right now, we can use the machine gun buster for our long range, and it shoots enough bullets and it has enough range to actually kill the bots here before we can get it off. Now, I have a bit of a, I don't like this particular mission very much because the grief it's giving me on very hard mode. This particular mission is very, very difficult on hard mode because Even with all the weapons I had as a kid, I couldn't really pass it. Now your primary focus would want to be on the red subs. That's because their torpedoes are almost guaranteed to hit if you do not block them. The missiles aren't always guaranteed. They kind of fly around in a weird pattern. But if you ignore the torpedoes, your ship pretty much will be destroyed pretty quickly. So you mainly want to focus on the torpedoes.
I'm getting multiple signals on my sonar. There's a lot of little signals coming from around the ship.
And at this point in time, things are going to get a little bit more intense. So just keep your wits about you and actually keep spinning around. Just don't make yourself sick, though. That's kind of funny if you do. Now at this point in time, just destroy the Drox as fast as you can. That way you just have less crap shooting at you. Also, they're not as accurate as their brethren in the seas, so you don't have to worry about them too much. They kind of just fly around like that in one direction. But if you can destroy them, that's just one less hassle you gotta worry about. And also, don't forget about the boats in the ground and the water. Like I said again, defeat the Drox, that way you don't lose focus of the bots in the water. You don't want to use auto aim here because it's a bit awkward, so don't even bother using it. Yay, Rambush. If you can help it, use the long range weapon to take the bots up where they even get to fire. That's just the best situation, or best option in this situation. So far we put about quarter damage. On a very hard mode, that could be pretty much lethal if you could take quarter damage or more.
That's it, Megaman. Keep it up.
Okay, so all the Drox are taken care of. We don't have to worry about them sweeping in. They do very little damage anyway, so they're not that big a threat. It's the guys in the water we gotta worry about.
Megaman, behind us.
Now, if your Buster Cannon doesn't have a lot of range, you can still use it to get the torpedoes. That just saves you some special weapon energy. Other than that, I mean, this isn't really that difficult. Because the damage scaling is different on normal than it would be on very hard. Now, you don't actually need to destroy the bots. I mean, there's no point in that, because they eventually submerge. Not submerge, you know, go underwater. Since I have no more special weapon energy left, I have to just basically defend it with my Buster now. It's not that difficult, but it's kind of, you know, leaving you at a disadvantage if you have no range. Now it's dangerous when the red ones are next to you because their torpedoes will almost instantaneously hit you, which is what just sucks about that whole situation.
It looks like we got rid of all their little ships. Wait! I can see it on the sonar. Heads up, Megaman. Something big's coming this way.
That's not good.
I knew our little blue boy'd show up. I figured we'd run into him sooner or later if we waited here. Slow ahead!
Slow ahead!
Concentrate your fire on the blue boy. Blow him and his little toy boat out of the water.
What? But, Diesel, if we sink his boat, won't the keys go down with it?
Who cares? Once he's out of the way, we can get whatever we want from the mayor, right? We've got to take care of him once and for all. Thanks to him, our plans have been completely ruined. I'm gonna teach him a lesson. All right, men, let's do it.
What's wrong with me? Why should I care if that little brat dies? I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
We call that caring for people. Apparently Tron does not know this. Ugh! Get to the chopper! Okay. This part's just basically defending against missiles. Since I have no special weapon energy, I'm kind of screwed. But it's not for a very long time.
We can't fight them head-to-head like this. We need a different strategy.
I mean, we're already taking half damage, and it's because my buster's not working. Now, as you could already tell, missiles don't always hit you. They kind of circle around, but you need to try and destroy them.
What should we do? Fight or retreat?
In this case, since we're about halfway down on energy, it's better to retreat. You can't actually fight if you're doing it well enough. In this case, we weren't doing well enough, so we retreat.
Sometimes it's better to run away and fight another day. I'll take us back to the boathouse.
Now, there really isn't any penalty for this. If you do have to retreat due to, you know, not having special weapon energy, you will come back to this point. So if you need to also recharge your life cage, if you've taken any damage, you can also do that here. Furthermore, if your boat's taking too much damage, like say we had halfway damage, you can come back here and go back out into the field, and your boat damage will be fully restored. So it's beneficial if you've taken a lot of damage and you need to, you know, retreat, so you don't have to do that whole first segment again. So with that, we'll head back out, and we'll be returning back to the point right after that movie, so it's not a big deal. It's actually a better thing for you if you're not doing so well in life. So now we're back to defending. Now once you do this once, it won't allow you to retreat again, so just be careful. Once you've retreated and you're ready to head back out, make sure you are in fact ready. And of course, both just plaster the fucking boat. So now we're retreating back out to here. As you can tell, we're going into a river. Because we need to get the hell out. That boat's pretty much outgunning us, as you could already tell by roll saying, "We are outgunned!" Obviously. Because I'm the only form of defense. Or not. Well, we're not getting away from this, apparently. In this case, just blow up the torpedoes. This is what this is going to amount to. Torpedoes and missiles you'll want to destroy.
If you don't watch it, you're gonna end up with a big hole in your back.
This part is pretty easy because the missiles will come right straight towards you.
Megaman! Megaman, are you alright? You didn't fall off or anything, did you?
Now, as we're getting hit, we're not actually taking damage. When it was going, we're just getting slowed.
I couldn't be able to maneuver in here.
Blow the arms off quickly.
Running around like that.
And you can make this battle very, very easy with a machine gun buster.
Why aren't they running?
Blow the arms off, blow the rear cannons off,
Oh no!
and then they'll have one more weapon when all the weapons are destroyed. The arms shoot like a machine gun, and it's a hit scan, so it will damage you as soon as it fires. You need to destroy the arms first. The back turrets actually shoot bombs that are pretty accurate. Now this is the last weapon they have. It's actually very painful. As you shoot it, it will cancel the charge, and we just made this a piece of cakewalk, pretty much. Made that a cakewalk with the machine gun buster, unfortunately.
Status report.
This is the engineer reporting. Our engines are completely offline. There's flooding in the main hull. The build pumps aren't working. There are fires in blocks 2 and 3. They're being sealed off. Teasel, I hate to admit it, but she's not gonna last much longer.
Sir, you've got to get out of here.
All hands! Abandon ship! I'm sorry, Tron. After you went to all the trouble to make us such a magnificent robot. What can I say?
Cheer up, Teasel. Don't worry. We'll go back to the ship and come up with a new plan.
Yeah, that's it. That's the spirit. Thanks, you two. Now, I couldn't have asked for a better brother and sister than you. We'll get that blue boy next time for sure.
I don't understand. Even though he got the better of us again, I don't feel the least bit angry. Why is that?
This is because you are in love with him, and you care about him, even though he has made a fool of you. Okay, so these are the ruins. Yep. So, with that, we are able to get access to the island ruins. However, that will have to be for another time. What I will wind up doing is re-recording that battle, because I made it so quick I couldn't really show you guys the attacks it can do. I'll shove that at the end of this video, just so you can see the attacks of what they do and how damaging they are. So with that, next time we will be going into the second sub-ruins and seeing what kind of dangers we will be encountering and what kind of shit we can get into. So, this is Protoman 111 signing off.
What do they think they're doing